Hello, welcome to, I lost count now, some blog or another. This is the introduction to Little Bird. And as you can hear, maybe you can't, there's birds in the background too. I use the Jayhawks, which apparently they're Jayhawks, not starlings. That's what Tom said anyway. They're Jayhawks, but they're lovely. And it goes in there before the verse. And I just felt the more and more I was listening to the record, the more it needed a little calm space to kind of maybe take you into the second half of the record after maybe Polyfitter, which sounds like a giant of a song at the moment. It's really fantastic. I love it. The mix is the best one I think I've done ever, maybe. It's so good, if I don't say so myself. I don't know how I managed it, but it's good. It's very good. Right, so here we are. I've got so much to say. I don't know if I'm going to be rambling more than ever. Okay, firstly, amazing response from the song that never was. It now very well and truly is 300 times plus. Over 300 versions of the song. I really wasn't expecting that kind of response. Very overwhelming and absolutely brilliant. So many different versions of the song and so many great ones. I've actually decided that I'm going to put out some kind of an EP, with your permission, of the ones that I like best. Yeah, so I'm not going to get around to doing that until after I've finished the album, which I'll tell you about more in a minute. But yeah, once I've done the album, then I'm going to listen to all 300 plus versions of them and choose my favourite and get in touch with you, and hopefully we can put 5 or so out on iTunes, Amazon, wherever. So that's great. Really fantastic to know so many talented, wonderful musicians, having a go at the track. It's been great fun listening to a few of them. Anyway, enough on that. So, with such a great response, I'm very aware that I have such a talent pool that I could delve into, and I should delve into more. And the other day, I had a big, horrible, long meeting. It wasn't horrible, but it was just long. With record companies and my manager and James, the webmaster, all about internet and press and schedules and all that stuff. And and as a result now, the ball is rolling very fast towards some kind of release date, which I don't know exactly when it's going to be yet, but I will soon. So that's been happening. Anyway, so my manager, has been kind of the intermediate between me and the record company, because I'm trying to get with my album, and he only gets in contact when there's something really important, and he needs a biography so that we can send it to Long Lead Press to try and get features in various magazines and newspapers and things. And a biography is extremely boring for me to have to do. I don't do it myself. I have to find, some nice journalist to do it for me, or a writer to do it for me. But they're so boring. They're just like, and this is what she does, and this is what she's been doing, and this is what she's done in the past, and this is what she's about to do, and this is kind of what she's like. And I thought it'd be really fun to ask you lot to help me do the biog. So I've got some points here. Well, basically, on Twitter, because I love Twitter. If you go to my Twitter, twitter.com/Imogen Heap, that's my tweet page. But I'm setting up this thing called @HeapTweets. That was somebody recommended that I call it that from Twitter. Thank you very much. And in this, I want you to send in short sentences describing certain things about me at certain points in my life. Dan Gano is a friend and journalist and writer who is helping me put together the biog. And what he's going to do, he's going to collate from some of your tweets that you send in the biography. So it kind of reads like, when you read books and it has a number attached to, after a quote, and then you go to the back of the book and you see where that quotes come from, where the reference book or whatever it's taken from. So I thought we could do a blog like that, a biog like that. So you can have Imogen Heap is a 5-legged dog from France, or whatever, which obviously I'm not. But if you wanted to write that, you could. And then it would have a little one after it, and then it would say, from Sandra Hazelworth, from planet Yikon. And of course that won't be the case. But the idea is that you have a mixture of all these different people who've submitted little quotes for me and it'll read as one thing, but when it's, you know, when a journalist is reading it to find out all about me, and they see, oh, 5-legged dog from wherever, oh, I wonder who said that, and it says your name. So I would like a mixture, because I've got lots of interesting people following me, and, you know, everyday folk like myself as well. So I'd like us to try and make this happen. And Dan Gano, who's putting it together, has given me 12 points for you, with a number on each one. And if you choose a subject, an area, if you just go at Heap Tweets, then the number, and then your quote, your thing that you want to say. So, as an example, number 1 is, who is Imogen Heap? Describe her to someone who's never heard or seen her. Okay, so in 140 characters or less, you say that, and that's number 1. Or, you know, I need to talk about iMegaphone. So if any of you have anything to say about iMegaphone, particularly you love a song, or, you know, some anecdote, something that happened, or you met somebody or shagged somebody, or I don't know, you know, put these little stories or quotes, or yeah, and then Dan's going to collate them all together, and that's going to be what I send out to journalists, and it'll be on the website, and maybe might be in the album, I don't know. So there we go. That's the first thing. I'd love you to help me, and I'll put a little link where it has all these 12 points. Sorry, these 12 points, and you can do that for me. That would be really lovely and very helpful indeed. And if anybody, I've got some names of people that I would like to especially pay attention. You know who you are. Elijah, Zoe, Kate, James, Jack, Kanye, Perez. It'd be great if any of you lot could send me a little something. So there we go. Right, so the next thing is artwork for the album. Okay, so the last album, I did that myself. I had a friend, well, I had somebody who kind of helped me, you know, piece it together, but basically that's what I did for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I kind of took the photographs and did it all. This time, because I have so much to do, and because you're such a lovely, talented bunch, I would love to get you involved in that as well. So I'm not just giving you all of my hard work. Oh, I was thinking, maybe for all the people that we do use the tweets for the biog, you can get a signed copy of the new fancy album the day that it's out, delivered to wherever you are on the planet. And maybe something else I can think of. An apple or something. So anyway, so the artwork, right. So basically, I want you to help me do the artwork. I want to find one of you to come here and stay at the house with me for a week, and we just blitz it. We just really go for it, and we do the artwork together. Now, the only kind of inklings I can give you, because I don't want to give the name of the album away or anything like that, but basically, you know, what's been in my life for the past year is this wonderful house. So in some way, I'd love to incorporate the house and the music and the things in the house and my life, and somehow work with you to getting all that together into this artwork. And we'll have, you know, the label Epic or Sony at hand if we need to ask any questions about kind of production, like actually how to make it, if it's possible, or, you know, how long we need to take to make them and stuff. So I need to have your submissions in by the middle of April, and I'll tell you why in a minute. You don't need to give me what you will do. I just need to see some past work that you've done, and, you know, you don't have to be professional. You can just, you know, it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be doing that for a living, obviously. I just want to find somebody really special to help me do it, and we will sort out some kind of deal. Okay, so I'm not asking you to do it for nothing. Okay, great. Oh, and of course I'll feed you. No way, I don't believe I've only got a minute. Really? Shit. Well, we might have to do 2 vlogs.
I was just thinking that.
Okay, we're going to do another vlog. Okay, so I'm going to feed you, cook for you, play piano for you, whatever you want, within reason. Okay? Okay, so there we go. So maybe that's the first vlog. The first vlog has been taken up entirely of things that I need you to do for me. And the next vlog will be taken up entirely of things that I'm doing for you and for me. Okay, bye until the next vlog.